Well, I always love when we have guests, and especially when the guests are someone we enjoy and are well known and have contributed to the radio program in many ways. And that is our good friend Enda Reilly, and with him is Marc from Triskel Tours. So we're going tours in Celtic treasures. Let's put that all in there.
Right? Yeah, it's a mouthful, but
right. So welcome to the show, Marc. First time for you, but Enden's been here for the past.
Great to be back. Thank you for having us.
Well, it's great that you stop in and make a point of keeping us in the know.
Yeah.
So a happy New Year. Let's hope that this is another wonderful year where we'll hear more wonderful music and good news from both of you.
Mm-hmm.
But Enda, we'll let you start and tell us what's happening in your life or what's going on.
Yeah, well, we're enjoying the new year here and looking forward to May now, actually, when we're going with a tour to Dublin and to around the kind of east of Ireland. And Marc and Michelle from Triskel Tours are helping us, or I'm helping them, or they're helping me.
Either way,
putting it together.
It's a mutual. Yeah.
We have a number of folks who are coming with us already. We're delighted about that, but we're looking to fill out the tour, and so we just thought we'd let everyone know, because sometimes you think people know, but you're not spreading the word the way you should. So we're just here to let everyone know about the tour and what we'll be doing and how it maybe differs from other tours and that kind of thing. So Marc and Michelle had come to me and said, Enda, do you want to curate a tour around Dublin? Because certain people maybe have been to Ireland before and seen, even though I have a song about the Wild Atlantic Way, what we're doing this time is going to go to Dublin and spend time there. And we're going to have live music shows in interesting venues. There'll be one in St. Finian's Church. There'll be one in the National Library, which is part of the Parliament in Ireland. If you've ever seen the Dáil and the museum, so what we're doing there is the W.B. Yeats music. That I've put music to W.B. Yeats. He's pretty much our national poet. And that's where his exhibition is held. So I thought it'd be amazing if we could do something there. They have a theatre there, so we're going to do that performance there.
I wish I could be there. That sounds wonderful. Yes.
Yeah. Why don't you come?
By the end of the show, I might have a book ticket, huh?
There you go.
Yeah.
You can do the show live.
Oh, there we go. That's awesome. Yeah.
Awesome.
I actually did go to the Dáil and interviewed a few of the senators there.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, St. Patrick's Day last year.
Wow, wonderful.
So it was fun. So anyways, and what other spots are you?
So there's going to be lots of different things. So other music will be happening. There's a night called the Nighthawks, my friend Stephen runs, and that's got comedy and poetry and music. I'll be the musical element, and that is in like an old Georgian building, so it really has a certain fun feel to it. Then I'll be performing in St. Finian's Church on Adelaide Road, where I used to live just down the street. So everything is kind of tied in with memories that I have from Ireland. My friends, the Gospel Project, who I used to sing with, even though I'm an Irish singer, I used to sing a bit of gospel, in Ireland. They're going to be singing for us that night too. We're going to finish. We're going to go to Clonmacnoise on the River Shannon, and that's going to be our kind of monks and Vikings day. So I've got my Viking song that I might sing that day as we go down. We're going to go to Athlone and get the boat down the Shannon and come in to Clonmacnoise as though we're the Vikings. You'll feel like that's what the Vikings would have done, So I like that idea, and the site itself is so ancient, and it's just a special spot. And then from there we're going to go to Kilkenny, and we are going to see Kilkenny Castle. We'll also see a more modern castle in Dublin, in Rathfarnham Castle. So there'll be two contrasts of two different styles of castle. And we'll also have the Smithwick's Brewery in Kilkenny, and then in Dublin we'll be in the Teeling's whiskey distillery. We'll have a wonderful afternoon there. I have a song called The Whiskey Fire, or The Great Fire of Dublin, and that's where that happened. So that's why we're going there, is because I've got the song, so we'll sing that song in.
We're not going for the whiskey. just for the song.
Yeah,
Of course we're going for the whiskey.
We heard he sings gospel.
Priorities.
We know where he's coming from.
My
right?
priorities are music, Mark.
Of course we're going.
So we've got so much going. Like also, then we're going to go to Johnny Fox's pub, and that's up the Dublin Mountains, and so we'll have a day up in the hills, the Dublin Mountains. We're going to go also to Hill of Tara, Glendalough. These are I had photo sessions in both of these places for my album, so I want to bring people there. The Hill of Tara, and also we're going to see some passage tombs. One's called Fornox, and the other's called Doubt. And these ones, we're going to get more. We can fit more people in than you can in Newgrange. So more people, and people don't know about these as much. And I've gotten he's kind of a hero of mine. I was like, who would I like to show us this? And I was thinking Anthony Murphy. So I have a number of his books. He's from Mythology Ireland, and there's nobody who knows more about this than Anthony. So I'm just delighted that he's going to be the one telling us, that on that day. So there's a few little things where I was kind of going, ooh, what would the dream thing be? So that's what this is, So it's going to be great. And then Marc and Michelle have gotten wonderful accommodation for us right down in the centre of Dublin at Stephen's Green. What's it called? The Green.
It's called the Green. Yeah.
The Green. Yeah. So you couldn't be closer. You know what I mean? Some tours,
Kitty corner from the Stephen's Green.
Yeah. So you can wander down in your own time as well. Just go for a walk down Grafton Street or whatever,
Grafton Street or St. Stephen's Green.
Yeah. And so we're working on extra bits as we go, but we're getting all the important bits, and I have friends ringing me up even the other day, my friend Emer, who's a fiddle player, she's like, oh, are we doing something? And I'm like, yeah, we'll definitely have, so there'll be like friends meeting us along the way and that kind of thing as well, to play some music, things like that. So
Sounds
really
beautiful.
Lots of surprises.
Yeah.
And
very personal. I mean, that's the joy of going in a tour. Someone that knows and has been there and shows you the most exciting parts.
Right.
Instead of you stumbling along, it's like, I missed that.
That's what we can't stress that enough. This is not your typical cookie cutter tour. I know a lot of musical groups and things like that are doing tours these days, and God bless them, and it gets people over to Ireland, which is a wonderful thing. But this is something that's really deeply personal to Enda and his wife Anne Marie, and as it is to us because we're good friends with them. And it's going to be one of the most unique tours that you're ever able to find. So,
I was going to say unique.
Well, it's taken a while. We've been a year and a half already, putting it all together, and so it's taken time, and there's still a few elements that are like, can we get this? But it's 95% there, and we're there's always going to be little changes, but we're delighted that it's how it's come together. And was there any other bits so there's 10 days.
10 days on the ground, yep.
Yeah, which is some other tours are only 7. So it's 10 days, so it'll be a lot. There's, there'll be also kind of some spare time for people as well. So it isn't just go either. And that 10 days gives us that so that if there's something on our tour that you really want to do, that we've left off, you can go and do the Guinness factory, for example. You know what I mean?
Kilmainham Jail.
Or Kilmainham Jail. And we'll have... there'll be, there's so much that can be done. You can't do it all either,
Right.
So we want to leave that flexibility for people to be able to go off and do something for half a day by themselves.
I was going to say, and you also have to include Anne Marie's suggestion that Dan and I took up in the Dublin Castle, the exhibit there.
Oh, right. Dublin, Dublin Castle. Yeah.
I can't remember what the name of the fellow was. That he left all his belongings.
Oh yeah, the Charles Beatty.
Charles Beatty. That's exactly. That was the
Chester.
I'm sorry.
Chester.
Chester Beatty.
Easy was his name. Yeah. He was an American actually, and he had collected all stuff around the world in the Orient, and then he he came to Ireland and he left it all to the Irish people, and so it's an amazing resource in Ireland, the Chester Beatty Library. It's called,
Yeah.
There's gems like that all around. Yeah.
All around Dublin,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
Wow. So we need details. You have some spots still left.
We do.
And
Yeah.
how do people contact
Well,
you?
they can certainly reach out to Enda if they have his contact information. They can also call my wife Michelle or myself at Triskel Tours. Our phone number is 517-223-7255. Or they can go to our website, which is triskeltours.com, and they'll find information there. Or they can email myself or my wife Michelle. My email is Marc, M-A-R-C, at triskeltours.com.
All right, and spell that Triskel.
Sure. That's always, a lot of people come out with trickle. And so Triskel is Triskel, and tours.
Okay, so it's 2 L's.
Yes.
Okay.
No, 1 L. I'm sorry.
one L.
Triskel. Did I say 2 L's?
You did say
Yep,
2
sorry. 1 L.
Like, I was thinking, okay, like the Book of Kells.
Right, right.
But it isn't. It's just 1 L.
Well, and the Triskel,
Yeah.
which you'll see, is that little tri-swirl symbol.
Right,
So,
exactly.
Yeah. The 3
Yeah.
swirls.
Yeah.
Try. Yeah.
Right. Yep, very nice. And then you brought in your guitar with you?
I did. So I have. Marc and Michelle a few years ago had asked me to come up with a little kind of ditty, I guess, for them. The idea was for I had an idea that I might have a podcast myself at one point, and Marc and Michelle were thinking the same thing, and so I wrote some music, but then it's kind of developed into this song, and so it's a little bit like an advert, the song. But hopefully you'll enjoy it anyway. It's called The Emerald Isle. The Emerald Isle, the Emerald Isle, the Emerald Isle, the Emerald Isle. Let's fly to that ancient Sireland. Let's move through the mist and rain. Meet to the Emerald Island, return me home again. Green fields flow forever, dark cliffs and cloudy skies. White waves crash together on the shores of the Emerald Isle. The Emerald Isle, the Emerald Isle, the Emerald Isle, the Emerald Isle. Surely you'll come with us, free your heart and show your smile. Past the sunrise or the ocean, through the mist to the Emerald Isle. The Emerald Isle, the Emerald Isle, the Emerald Isle, the Emerald Isle. Crack is cold, sport is spree. Poets and bards, let's walk through history. Let's stride through that ancient Sireland. Let's move through the mist and rain. Take me to the Emerald Island, return me home again. Green fields flow forever, dark cliffs and cloudy skies. White waves crash together on the shores of the Emerald Island. Surely you'll come with us, free your heart and show your smile. Past the sunrise or the ocean, through the mist to the Emerald Isle. The Emerald Isle, 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 the Emerald Isle. Surely you'll come with us, free your heart and show your smile. With Triskel Tours and Enda Reilly will take you to the Emerald Isle.
Love it. I love it. You know how to improvise, don't you? Very nice. Now, tell me, this is so exciting. Is this your first planned tour anywhere, or have you
Yes,
done other
no,
ones?
I've never done tour this way before, and that's what's great about that is working with Marc and Michelle. They do it all the time. They do 4 a year. They go other places. If you want to go to Scotland instead of with me, and I go look up Triskel Tours as well. They've got
Or do
lots,
both.
Or do both.
Yeah.
Come on. Yeah,
Yeah, let's get in another plug on Marc.
which is great, and they've got those contacts in like they've got Brian in Dublin, who's their coach driver, and he's professional as well. So it's great that I'm not renting a bus and trying to drive us all around or something. Do you know what I mean?
Well, thank God for that.
I know it's down here.
I don't know if I'd
somewhere,
go on that.
No, so it's great to have like those
Those contacts.
core elements sorted as well. That's great, and I can get to concentrate on the music. We'll have different stuff, so I won't be just singing the same stuff every show.
Right.
There'll be in Pearse Street Library because I have a connection with the libraries in Ireland. I'm doing shows all around Michigan in libraries. It's kind of my thing. I enjoy talking to people and to tell get to share ideas, as it were. So Pearse Street Library, which is a historic building in itself. People were in. Some of the guys were in there in 1916 during the Rising. We're going to be in there for an Irish language workshop. So it'll be me. It'll be half in English, a little bit of art, but the songs will be in Irish, and I'll be explaining them, and we'll share that with the public. So it's not like we're going over and we're just going to be in a room of a hotel,
Right.
We're going to have shows like in St. Finian's Church. The public are going to, hope my fans in Ireland will be coming as well. And we'll have similar with the Nighthawks show as well. So that's what we want, is people to get a feel for, different aspects of Ireland, that it's not just, in a hotel room,
Right.
which that can be the case, and you'll still have fun if you do things like that. But this is what this is about. It's a bit more
Right, it's
real, or personal.
And if I could mention, one of the things that we always, when we talk to people about tours, is Ireland is certainly a beautiful place. The countryside is gorgeous. The stone walls, the hedgerows, and things like that. But half the beauty of Ireland is in its people, and that's what this sort of tour enables people to get to know that part of Ireland. So.
Yeah, you went on the low end. 95% of it is the people.
Yeah.
It's just it is, and that's fun because you're allowing them to be your guest on this tour, to be a part of the everyday life of people going to pubs or going to places where they're learning something, like the library and the language. That's wonderful.
Yeah.
Now, how many are on the tour?
So we're capping it at 30.
30, yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So no more than 30.
And are you going to have one van or?
Yeah, we'll have one coach. We have
coach.
actually a 53-person passenger coach, so people have room to spread out a little bit, and of course, as they buy their souvenirs and things like that, they have places to put them. Or if you're mad at your
Extra
spouse or
baggage.
something like that.
Yeah.
So there's plenty of room to spread out, and very very comfortable riding through the countryside, and everybody gets a window seat.
Excellent. And how about the lodging? Are you every night somewhere else, or do you stay in?
We're in Dublin for most of the tour. So the first part of the tour, we're in Dublin for 4 nights at the Green,
Nice.
and then we go out. We go to Athlone. We're in the Radisson Blu in Athlone. Then we go down to Kilkenny, and we're in the Hoban Hotel in Kilkenny, and then back to Dublin, where we stay at the Radisson Blu Royal, which is on
Nice.
Golden Lane. So.
Yeah, that's nice. So it really isn't too much of packing and unpacking and packing.
Right.
You're not moving all the time.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
nice.
And everything, the hotels where we're at are pretty centrally located. So, during your free time, everything is really walkable.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're either in town or you're
Right.
out
Oh,
in the
yeah.
dunes. Yeah.
And most of your food is sorted as well. Breakfasts are breakfast is a big thing in Ireland. The fry, if you like it, or the porridge, or whatever you're having. And then there's 7 dinners, which
Oh,
I
that's
think
nice,
is
too.
that they're So that's another big element of it too. You're sorted. For food, yeah. So, was there anything else? We're going to do for anyone who's kind of. I know I'm a folky musician, and we're going to get up for a bit more high octane in Johnny Fox's, and there's dancing there as well, is there?
Yeah. There'll be
dancing there as well. So you'll get that element of it too, and then there's the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame tour, the Irish like Thin Lizzy and Van Morrison and U2, and so there's a tour for that too, for people who are kind of just to broaden the musical element of the tour too.
Right.
And as important as anything else, there's going to be plenty of pub time. So, and we'll get the music at the pubs as well. So,
right.
And we can't forget to mention Mary Plowboy too. We're having a lunch at Mary Plowboy, and there's going to be music and
yes.
And where is that?
It's just on the outskirts of Dublin.
Oh, okay.
It's a kind of Rathfarnham area,
Yeah.
up the hill in Rathfarnham towards the Dublin Mountains. Yeah. So that'll be, yeah. That's one of the first days. We're going to a place I'd like to bring people for kind of a history of the 1916. We kind of wanted to have a look at that element too. And that was, I did a show, and it's called Skull Aine, which is my name, Enda. So it's St. Enda's School. But it was Patrick Pearse's school, so where he taught, and so that's now a museum. I did a show there on one occasion. So again, I wanted to kind of go, did a show here. This was a cool place, and so to bring people there to go through that and see that, and hopefully I'll get to sing a song there, a song or two, maybe the Foggy Dew or something, like that. That's what we want to do, is kind of create that element. But Rathfarnham Castle is just down the road, so we're going to go and visit that the same day, and then the Mary Plowboy is just up the hill then into the Dublin Mountains a little bit, and that's that's just well known, great pub in Dublin. Yeah.
Very nice. Now, how would you rate this as far as mobility? People that are totally physically fit, or is it? Is there a lot of walking, or is there going to be?
There's really a combination, but you can do as much walking as you want, or as little as you want. The locations, particularly as we move around Dublin, we'll use the motor coach.
Right.
A lot of evening activities, we use the motor coach to get there and back again. So people can certainly walk if they want, but it's I'd say medium to light, I would say.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not going for hikes or...
No. Yeah,
we were
No
thinking...
marathons.
There's a song I wrote with Aoife Scott, and it's called The Shelley Banks.
Oh, yeah.
And we were considering doing that walk, so there's a few elements still of, like, there's some... That's what I'm trying to do as well with some of this, is allow the songs that I've written to kind of...
to be more meaningful.
Yeah, so there's the one I have, the Canal Bank hangover walk
yeah.
on the canal, and that's where we're finishing the night. You may have a hangover the following morning, because we're going to have a big party on the barge, on a boat, and I used to do shows on that boat. So again, we're going to take over the boat, and the boat will do a little cruise up the canal and go through the locks, so you'll get to see the water coming in and the lock, and you go up. And then, to the next level, and you go into the next area of the canal, and then we come back down again. And so we're going to have fun. That'll be the last night. So things like that. So there may be an element where we might do the walk on the South Bull Wall, which is where myself and Aoife wrote that song. But not everyone has to do that, and we'll try and have something for people to do if they're not doing that.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Now, is most of the cost inclusive of?
Yes, that's really a feature of what we do, is we try and make everything as inclusive as we can. Out of pocket is what you want to buy for souvenirs and things like that, or what you spend in the pub, and really. But as Enda indicated, many of your dinners are included, all the breakfasts, lunches on your own, because you've been to Ireland, you know what the breakfasts are like,
Right.
And for those of you who haven't been to Ireland, the breakfasts are substantial. So you don't need to worry about lunch if you don't want to. In fact, one thing we always advise people is to bring their fat pants, because you can put on a few pounds. So
Right. Yes.
Very,
But,
very nice.
We might mention the date again if people are wondering.
Yep.
It's the 13th to the 24th of May.
May.
So day after
Nice time of year to be going to Ireland.
Yes. Yeah.
we leave the Tuesday after Mother's Day, so it's a perfect Mother's Day gift if anybody's
There
thinking
you
along
go.
those lines. So
Very nice. Yeah, and the students are still in school, and the tourists aren't really there yet. And,
Right.
It's just that's May's a nice time. All right. So, what questions did I miss?
Sounds good.
You certainly gave a lot of information.
Yeah.
And I'm delighted that this is happening. If there's any way I could be on that bus, my husband and I think I'd love to be on this tour. You learn so much more when you go with someone that's already been there and can point out things to you. That's what's nice about tours, rather than just going on your own and reading your book and
Yes.
like you say, and then you go, did I miss it? Where is it?
Right.
Wrong road.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
you know, and I think this tour more than any of our other tours, we look at this as, we're just going to Ireland with 30 friends,
Right.
And that's what it's really turning out to be. It's a lot of people that we do know, and I know when we fill up the tour, it'll be based on people that they know, or
Right.
people who are familiar with Enda's music, and so that's what it's like. It's just going to be a big family trip. So.
Oh yeah, lots of fun.
So come with us.
Oh yeah. There's still a few seats left, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Very, very nice. Anything else you want to share? Where are you playing next?
So shows-wise, I have a show in the wonderful Trinity House Theatre in Livonia, which is just at Haggerty and 6 Mile. That is on February the 8th. And so I'm headlining that one, so do come down. And then on Valentine's Day, it's the AOH's Fish Fry. I'll be performing there. So I might have some new songs. I'm writing a love song or two just for Valentine's Day. So you'll be able to hear that at the AOH. And then other than that, I'm not sure how far out in Michigan people are listening, but I'm going to be all around southern Michigan at libraries. So I'm going to be in Clarkston, Milford, Salem, South Lyon, Brighton. How do you say it? DeWitt or DeWitt?
DeWitt.
DeWitt.
Their district libraries. Fraser Public Library, Birchville, and then I'll be over in Port Huron in the Don Dodge Auditorium, Yale Public Library, and then so that's all coming up in the next couple of months. So yeah.
Wonderful. You'll have to give us a list, and we'll get it.
Yeah.
Or at least I'll announce it here, or get it into.
Yeah, and if anyone's interested, you can go to endareilly.com and just go to the shows page, which is, you'll see all.
Perfect.
Yeah.
That's the best, because then it's the most updated, right?
And the great thing about the libraries is they're free in, so
Right.
So it's great. It's win-win for everyone.
I was going to say, that's like another casual event where you're meeting the artist personally and getting some,
Yeah,
personal-
I enjoy the kind of, you get to have chats with people,
Right.
and and people love hearing the backgrounds to songs, or they're able to just ask a question which leads you maybe to another song, that kind of way. So I really enjoy that kind of element, the engagement you get with the audience.
Right. So those of you that are listening, you hear that he enjoys that conversation, and you would be in the perfect element if you go on this tour to be able to learn more about the history of Ireland. I heard a good one. The Irish, when they talk about history, really like the story, that part of the word, history.
Oh, history, yes,
the stories that they like. And then you really have been blessed, or we have been blessed to know you and you have the stories, and you have the music, and then you put them together and make great songs. It's just gorgeous. So,
Well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
It's great to be here.
Oh,
So
wonderful.
almost like a historian who happens to sing,
Yeah. Well, he does.
sing and play. Yeah.
Yeah, and for that reason, people are tuned in more. You know, I mean, it's not like you have to read the big thick book or know all the facts. You get it in a nice tune or a melody, or and the words that make it wonderful. So,
Thanks,
great talent. Thank you. All right, with that, are you going to play us another song?
We can do.
Sure.
Like-
Go ahead.
I'm seeing the Hurleys and the Schlitter on the wall here in the Gaelic League, and I'm reminded that we are also going to go and see one of the Irish sports. We're not sure if it's going to be the Gaelic football or the hurling yet, because the scheduling happens a little later.
Right.
But it'll be in my local club, Thomas Davis GAA Club, and hopefully might even be my brother, who is nicknamed Red Card Reilly because he gets sent off so often. But he's a great player. He was also a hurler of the year. But so that's another element of it. We want to show you the sports as well.
Wonderful.
Yeah. So can we do the Wild Mountain Time or something? Oh, the summertime is coming, and the trees are sweetly blooming, and the wild mountain thyme grows around the blooming heather. Will you go, lassie, go? And we'll all go together to pluck wild mountain thyme all around the blooming heather. Will you go, lassie, go? I will build my love a bower near yon pure crystal fountain, and on it I will pile all the flowers of the mountain. Will you go, lassie, go? All right, Marc, sing up. And we'll all go together to pluck wild mountain thyme all around the blooming heather. Will you go, lassie, go? If my true love she were gone, and I surely find another where the wild mountain thyme goes around that purple heather. Will you go, lassie, go? Kathleen, will we hear you? And we'll all go together to pluck wild mountain thyme all around the blooming heather. Will you go, lassie, go?
I forgot for a minute I had a mic near me. Oh, you don't want to hear
It blended well, Kathleen. It blended
Yeah.
well.
All right, one last plug for this wonderful tour, the Sounds of Ireland, a tour with Enda Reilly, being offered by Triskel Tours and Celtic Treasures, May 13th to the 24th of 2025. Contact us again.
Coming up, you can call 517-223-7255 or just go to triskeltours.com. That's our website, and the information will be under the Tours button.